Greetings! It is July 1st, Wednesday. Not horrible news to report, but my dog Trinity, who's laying, see if I can show you where she's at. She's laying right by me. She was at the dog park. I take her to the dog park pretty frequently, and she wrestles and tumbles and chases dogs, and dogs chase her. But there was a couple of kind of aggressive dogs that wouldn't leave her alone, and I could tell she was not wanting to play with him because her fur, she gets like a ridge when she's starting to get upset, and her tail kind of curls under, so I was pulling the dogs off. Anyhow, the owners were just not wanting to restrain their dogs. And then unfortunately this other dog came in to actually kind of help her, but in the process of all of that, she ended up getting nicked by the tooth of the dog that was helping her, and she got a cut. So I had a Neosporin her. I've got a Band-Aid on her. I don't think she needs stitches, but just kind of like... Ugh. And the guy whose dog was trying to actually help Trinity felt so horrible that Trinity got caught in the tooth of the dog. So he was like, I'll pay for a vet's visit if you need to. He called a vet immediately and took a picture of the wound and sent it to the vet, who said, your dog's going to be fine. Just get some Neosporin and wash it and maybe put a Band-Aid to help close it up. Because it's not big. It's, maybe a centimeter of a gash, or maybe a centimeter and a half. But needless to say, I just felt horrible because my dog has never been injured. But, it was one of those things those owners were just not responding to their dogs, even though I called out the owners and said, like, get your dogs off my dog, So poor baby, she's sitting here. Normally she's chomping on a thing, but she felt overwhelmed, and I took her out of the park. So, and as I Neosporined her, I did a wound wash, and then there's these little strips, because it's hard to Band-Aid a dog because of the fur. I don't want to shave her, but I found some like surgical strips that help close the little gap of the wound. So I'll keep an eye on her. But and it was just a superficial cut. She didn't really even bleed. It was just more like the skin just split a little bit. But I feel bad. It's my dog. It's my baby. But those owners that, and as I said, the guy who intervened was so helpful and so nice, and he felt so horrible for my dog, But the other two owners are like, oh, whatever, and it's like, kind of aggravating. People just are not as responsible as they should be, but she will be fine. Today I worked in Fort Worth again, and I got to work in Fort Worth again tomorrow. For whatever reason, I'm getting all these Fort Worth assignments. I don't know if there's a shortage of interpreters suddenly in Fort Worth, which is fine with me because they could pay me for the mileage. And and they were last minute emergency assignments, so it wasn't like it was scheduled ahead of time. So I got my better rate. So that was good. And I got to go back there now. Tomorrow I do have a scheduled one, but it's at the hospital at Baylor in Fort Worth. Odds are it's the transplant clinic, because I usually, when I go to Baylor in Fort Worth, they have me always work the transplant clinic. I don't know why their in-house interpreters don't do the transplant clinic, but that's fine with me. If they want to utilize me and help people with the transplant clinic, that's fine. I got my my other two balaclavas. And, I should just grab one and show it to you. Hold on a second. You just hold that thought right there. I'm going to show you my new balaclavas. So, I'm loving these. These are great. Okay, so there's this one. See, it's this tube of fabric they're made out of a polyester, but it's like the polyester that they have in activewear that helps wick away moisture. So they're very cool. But this one is just multicolored. Ta-da! Kind of fun. And then, as I said, once these are on, they go to your skin temperature, so then you don't even feel that you have them on. And this one I wore today. And so you just kind of pull it over your head. Think of it as just like an enormous turtleneck that goes over your head. So this is the other one. And it's just kind of fun and cool. And it's interesting because I saw someone else wearing a balaclava at Walgreens when I went to go get the Neosporin for Trinity. And he was wearing his, and people were looking at both of us because there's two of us wearing balaclavas. And you could see people go, And actually, the CPS worker today saw mine, and she said, I think I like what the type of mask you're wearing, because that looks a lot more comfortable than what goes over the ears, and it stays put. And I was like, yeah, it's actually very comfortable. So anyhow, I got my wardrobe of balaclavas now, since I am wearing them so much, and they're much more comfortable and much more cool on the face because they just, as I say, there's no air pockets so that there's no air heating up. It's just directly on your skin. So just adjust to your skin temperature. And they're easy to breathe through. I mean, I can tell it's a tight weave, but I don't feel like I'm gasping for oxygen. Anyway, that is my news. Dallas remains in the news as the number 2 hotspot for COVID-19 infections. And, yesterday 20 people died. Again, the numbers, more than 50% of the people that are getting the illness are under 39. So it is hitting the young folks in this county. And that's because, needless to say, they open the bars and younger people go to bars. But yeah, the numbers, I mean, they keep skyrocketing. Not as high today as yesterday, which was a record-breaking day, but still in the upper 500s, I think, is what it was. And as I forget who, somebody made a comment, one, a politician or senator or congressman for our area. Can't remember who it was. It said, he said, we're on our own, which is what I've been saying all along. It was Mark Cuban that said, we're on our own. Basically, because the government has shirked all responsibility, even though our county judge is trying to please let us close down again just so we can get a handle it here. He has to get okayed by the state because the state intervened, and the state's is not really doing anything. So yeah, Mark Cuban was the one that said we're on our own, and he is right because that's what I've been saying all along. This will be a short video tonight. Please like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and share this video. I'd like to have a few more subscribers. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate it. I would like that. And leave a comment. Do you have any plans for July 4th? I'd be curious to read what your plans are. So down below, you can put a comment, and I'll try to respond. So I'd be curious to know what other people are doing. All right, you have a good one. Have a good evening. And if you see this tomorrow, have a good morning or a good afternoon. Wear your mask.